Hi there, Craig Harmon of Harmony Music Education. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about going for it. Now, that sounds kind of weird, and I'm going to tie it into music, I promise. But I was reminded a couple of days ago that it was 10 years ago that I responded to a very interesting email by author Jon Acuff. It was titled Adventurers Wanted, and it was this email describing an adventure where you needed a machete and a passport. And for whatever reason, there was a voice inside of me saying, go for it. So I responded. And it was in connection with Jon's book called Start. He created a Facebook group for people who were working on dreaming and getting out of their comfort zone and trying something new. Now, for me, this was an interesting opportunity because, well, I didn't really know what my dreams were. That was one of the first questions that we were asked is, what is your dream? I said, I don't know. Because graduating from college in 2001, my dream was to be a high school teacher. And I did that for 1 year, and it didn't go very well. And so then I moved into church music. And while I enjoyed that, that wasn't exactly my dream right off the bat. And so I was kind of in this lull. And for a long time, I just didn't really know where to go or what direction I was supposed to be going. And so over the past 10 years, this opportunity that I responded to an email has led me to connections with people that I've met in person, that I'm Facebook friends with, that I've never met but would consider them friends. It's led me to a move from San Antonio, Texas to Houston, Texas to start a new position. And then it's also led me to stepping out of church music ministry and announcing on January of 2020, right before the pandemic, that I was going to be doing that and navigating starting my own business of teaching private lessons, which I had basically been doing for 20 years as a side thing, doing that full time. And it's been an up and down journey of that, but I'm very thankful for it, and things are going really well on that front. But the whole idea of going for it, I think, is a really unique and interesting challenge, especially as a musician. Because as a musician, one of the things that we like to do is be comfortable. Don't try that new piece of music because it might be a little too tough. At least that's something that's gone through my mind at times. Or don't try to really push yourself out of your comfort zone of classical music into jazz music. Well, again, that was me. And many musicians face that. Don't take on that challenge because, well, you may fail. Yeah, you may. But you don't know unless you try. See, when I was in San Antonio, one of the things that the San Antonio Symphony did was they had a pro-am. And for whatever reason, there was a nagging voice inside of me that said, I needed to do this. I hadn't played my trumpet in years, since college, since I set it down. But I decided that I was going to do it. And it was an amazing experience. In 2019, well, technically 2018, an opportunity came up for my church choir to audition for a group or to be part of a group that was singing at Carnegie Hall. Something inside me said, this is something we need to pursue. Even though growing up as a pastor's kid, Carnegie Hall was never something I had even thought of. We did and had the opportunity to go to New York and sing at Carnegie Hall. It was an amazing experience. And so one of the things that I want to do in this video is to encourage you. If you've got this wild and crazy dream, I mean, obviously you don't want to just up and quit your job with no plan. Have an idea. Me leaving church music was definitely planned and thought of and prayed about by my wife and I, and it's been, like I said, it's been a roller coaster, but it's ended up at this point being very good. And so you want to have a plan, but take that leap. Don't be scared of doing that, because when you challenge yourself to try something new, whether it's a new style of music, whether it's career-wise, whatever the case is, whether you try to push yourself into doing something new or doing something different, you may be surprised at what the result is. Or, in my case, with responding to Johnny Acuff's email, one of the things that I found was how it changed me. It didn't really, at least at first, change my situation. It didn't really change my circumstances because it kind of took me a while to figure it out. But the thing about it is, it changed me, and it changed how I thought about things. And so if you're challenging yourself to try a new style of music, a new piece of music, whatever the case is, maybe a new instrument, who knows? These are all things that when you take that leap, you may flop, you may grow, you're going to grow, or you may actually start yourself on a journey that ends up in a place where you never thought you were going to go. So, take that journey, take that leap, try something new. I'd love to have you comment with what exactly you're wrestling with as your leap. Whether that's a new style of music, whether that's a new instrument, whatever the case is, comment with what you think you're struggling with or what you want to try. All right. I'll talk to you again next Friday.